always a good feeling to give back to students, and as mentors, that's how I consider myself. It feels great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Dale did a really great job, and the presentations were really interesting, and I actually would like to talk to them more.
Yeah, I'd echo that. It was terrific. I like the fact that we were debating the business ideas afterwards. So we saw the validity of the business ideas, the opportunity, and we're sat there going, well, how would we start this company? What would we do? So hopefully there's a good IP contract in place so that we don't go off and steal their business ideas. So.
Yeah, I think it was an amazing experience. These people were well prepared. They were professional. It was their first business pitch. And even though there were some issues with the ideas, which we, of course, discussed and refined afterwards, like, oh, this is a great basic idea, let's work with it. It was a very good first shot at a business presentation. We were all very satisfied at hearing that. And hopefully the feedback we give will make sure that the next time they do it is going to be like 10 times better. The first thing that came to mind for both groups is that there was not enough focus on the market, like on the target market, and really being specific in what are they, who are they trying to sell to, and what are their specific needs. And I think I'd like to, like next time, if there's a next time with them, I would like to see that a lot more. And the second part is on acquisition of the first clients. Like, how do you actually like really tangibly do that? Not only like, oh, we're going to use social media, but what is the actual strategy in competing with the rest of the market, and really like knocking heads with companies that are really well established. So if they would tackle these two bits, I think the presentations would be way stronger.
I would be more than happy to help them also on the financial side, just to have an in-depth analysis. It's very helpful for banks and to raise capital. So maybe a workshop on financing innovation. We never know.
Yeah, just to echo what everyone's saying, just to be careful not to be fixated only on one aspect of things. Try to like step back and look at everything as a whole, and to have an openness to the different suggestions that we may be giving them.
Yeah, I think it's the same kind of a thing. For me, it would be the market analysis and actually the consumer side. So these were B2C ideas, and having the kind of the focus groups, understanding their needs. So the lens was very much from, we're building a company, so what are we going to do? Rather than asking the question, what does the market want us to build? So just turning it around and thinking beyond your own ideas, and actually really those external focus groups, and bringing that into your market research.
Well, I think you should not be afraid to fail. Failure is an opportunity. Because when you do something the very first time, most likely you will fail at it. But if you see it from a standpoint of learning, what doesn't work, the next time actually, well, you know better, and you have a higher chance of succeeding. So I usually advocate, fail quickly if you have to fail, so that you can reformulate and start again with the new experiences. And that's really it's a positive thing to actually go that route.
Two things I would say. First, always surround yourself with good mentors. The gray hair. Oh, sorry. So this is my only advice. First, surround yourself through your career path of the best mentors you can have, and they're gonna help you with the network, with the pitch, everything. Advice, very, very impactful advice. The best mentors will give you the dirty truth. So don't take it personal. They will tell you this is not a good idea. I know you're going this way, but stop it and fail fast. And then secondly, bootstrap. So focus on sales. Don't focus too much on government grants. I gave a workshop on government grants, but it's useful, but focus on sales. Get your first customers, your second one, and then because all the investors will look at your sales.
Other than that, I would also say build your network. Continue to build your network. Every time you meet someone, make sure you're open to letting them know about what your business is and who you are, and always mental noting that that's another connection, knowing that person could potentially be a sale for you. If not that person, maybe someone else. You never know. Yeah, you just never know.
So I'm in those statistics right now. So I'm 3.5 years into my bootstrap startup. So I'm hoping I'm not one of the 10%, if I'm honest with you. Now, my advice would be, you've got an idea, you've got a concept, challenge that idea every single day. Talk to the market about your idea, and don't be afraid to let the market, shift you, pivot you into other areas. The business we started 3.5 years ago is almost unrecognizable today in the delivery model we have. But once you start to have traction, you start to prove your concepts and your ideas and your theories and hypotheses, it's about then codifying that and saying, how do we repeat that? It worked once, let's repeat it, let's scale off the back of that so we can actually grow our company. It is going to be the most exhausting, the most exciting, the most enthralling thing you're ever going to do in your life. But it is going to be hard. And you've got to be ready to say, I want the ups, I want the downs, because I want to be stood there saying I'm one of the 10% 5 years from now. I wish I'd had the opportunity to go through something like this before I started my first company. Getting critical feedback, getting people's opinions on something is probably the most important. You say that kind of dirty truth. Having that before you even start, for me, is so powerful. So if you've only done 7, I would say you need to be doing 21 of these. And if I would have the chance to come back again, I love this. So thank you for the opportunity. I probably learnt as much from the conversation today as the people who are pitching to us.
I would say I'd love to hear what happens with them. Keep us posted. Let me know what's happening. Anything, whether it's a Facebook group, LinkedIn group, whatever it is, I like to hear updates. Is there any other way I can help or we can come together and help? So I'd love to hear what's going on with them.
Yeah, me too. I would definitely come back also. It's a very good experience. I learned a lot through my peers today as well. So yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I think latching on to James's point, this is a very worthy event. It's like having instant mentors, at least for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, to give you honest feedback. And thankfully, in Ottawa and in a lot of cities, there's a lot of opportunities to do pitches in a safe environment where sometimes there's investors in the room, like the Ton of Demos organized by the Ottawa Network. And a bunch of others, where you can test a pitch and see what people actually feedback before you even spend a cent on it, and that mitigates a lot of the risk too. So this is one valuable venue where people can pitch, test the idea, get some feedback, and it elevates their chances of success because of that valuable feedback from experienced individuals.